Righto, well, g'day. This video is going to be a little bit different. It's more of like an intentional talking to the camera. Yeah, the channel had 1,000 subscribers a couple of weeks ago, which is it's just awesome. I'm pretty stoked about it. It's really cool. It's not something I ever really thought would happen, you know. It's just kind of the last year or so, it's kind of ended up going this way. And yeah, I just thought I would just make a short video saying thank you to everyone who's subscribed, everyone who's enjoying the videos. It's really cool to see like my idea of what I wanted to do being achieved, I guess, which is really just I wanted to try and start making some videos and reviews and stuff to help out longboarding, because I'm so passionate about downhill skateboarding. I just love it so much, and yeah, part of the reason I started really putting effort into these videos was to just try and make stoke, you know. Maybe it sounds super cringe, but that's really why I'm here doing this. I love skating. I love the community. Skateboarding is like my big main hobby. That's like the thing that I love to do. It's my favorite thing to do, and just you know, watch skate videos and this and that. And so it has just been so rewarding to see the videos that I'm making actually being helpful to people and actually getting people stoked. So yeah, I just wanted to say thanks for the 1,000 subscribers. It's been a really cool journey so far, and I'm just looking forward to where the channel's going to go from here. But yeah, I just wanted to make a short video for a couple of different things I was going to throw out there. The first being, I've actually got a website I put together, and I have some shirts for sale, like the one up there, which, again, maybe that's cringe, but, you know, I am buying all the gear for these reviews, and it would be helpful to have a little bit of assistance with that. And if you like the videos, that's a way of supporting me. So I have put those shirts up there, which I'll talk about later. I just wanted to mention that at the beginning. Yeah, I thought I would just do a little bit of covering sort of the history of the channel and where it came from and all that kind of, you know, a lot of people don't know me. You've just watched the videos. I've never like spoken like this to the camera, so maybe they're interested in knowing sort of where I came from and where the channel sort of come from. I thought I'd just do a quick recap of last year and kind of how the channel's blowing up the way it has a little bit, because it's cool. And then yeah, just talk about some of my goals and ideas for this year going forward into the 2024 skate season. Yeah, so let's get into it. I guess the history of chemtrail skate is I always liked making skate videos. From when we first got into skating, we were filming on like, I think I had an iPod Touch at the time, and that's what we were filming on, a couple of us. Just bombing hills, no helmets, no gloves, didn't even know it was a sport. And so yeah, we always made skate videos. In 2016, I bought a GoPro, and in 2017, my friends and I, we just kept filming with the GoPro. Didn't really do much with it. And then in 2018, I actually started putting videos together with the footage that we had and just posted it on the YouTube channel that we created. The idea was just to make videos for fun, to just be able to watch ourselves skating. It wasn't, you know, meant to be for anyone else really. It was just for us to have our thing. We love skating, we love filming. Then we could sit down and we all hang out on like a Friday night or whatever, and we'd watch the skate videos that we'd made. So that was kind of just the whole origin and where it came from. The name Chemtrail Skate kind of came from like an inside joke. We were trying to think of something kind of cool, you know. We're like, yeah, we're gonna have a cool name for our skateboard channel. And at the time, on the Hibiscus Coast where we grew up, they have a Facebook page, and everyone was just going crazy about the chemtrails. That kind of before that conspiracy really blew up. It was, I guess it was while it was blowing up, a whole bunch of people that lived in our area, I guess, were fully on board with the conspiracy, and we thought it was the funniest thing. And then someone made the connection between the contrails, which they were calling chemtrails, in the sky, and like Thane lines from skateboarding. And we're like, dude, that's it, we've got to go with that. So it became Chemtrail Skate. That's kind of just where the name came from. Unfortunately, I guess it has a bit of a negative connotation now, because conspiracy theorists are no longer a joke. They're like offensive or something, but I like the name. I think it's always, like, skateboarding's meant to be a little bit edgy anyway. Not that I'm that kind of person, but I like the name. I think it still suits. It's like Thane lines and contrails. It's kind of cool. So if you were ever wondering where the whole like chemtrail skate thing came from, that's pretty much it. It's not really that crazy. But yeah, that's the story of kind of how CTS got started. So yeah, like for 3 or 4 years, it was all just about filming us skating, having fun, putting together edits that we enjoyed. After I moved here to the States in 2020, obviously I didn't have my friend group. I didn't have any of my skate friends. I was kind of starting anew with trying to figure out who was over here. And one of the things that I thought of doing just to enjoy skateboarding more was I thought I'd try making a review. I'd never made a review before. I didn't know if I'd really be that good at it. But I was skating so much on my own anyway. I was like, I'll just try it. Why not? And I actually really enjoyed it. It was fun to sort of like think about stuff and figure out how to explain it. And I already liked making videos and editing videos, so that part was already cool. And then it all came together, and yeah, I put it on the channel, and some people actually watched it, and I actually got some comments, and I was like, oh, well, maybe if I'm all right at these review things, I'll keep doing them. And so I just started reviewing gear that I already had, and like when I would buy something new, I would review it, because why not? So that's kind of where that started. It wasn't, you know, I would just do it now and then throughout like 2021 and 2022. Last year, however, I had already started to get a few subscribers, and like, you know, some of my videos would get some views and stuff, and that was kind of cool. I had this idea to do TWID. I didn't have a name for it yet. I just thought it'd be cool to do a new style video. Obviously, this isn't a brand new idea. A lot of other people have done it before, but there wasn't really anyone doing it on a regular basis at the time. So I thought, well, no one's doing it, I might as well. And I guess people have enjoyed it. The videos have been getting reasonably consistently similar amount of views, comments, people messaging me saying, hey, that video is helpful. And just as the years gone on, it's gotten bigger and bigger, which is really cool. It's like the whole point of Twitter is to try and be helpful. And, you know, it's not always easy to just stay in tune with the skate scene. Everyone has busy lives. It's hasn't been easy for me to actually do Twitter, you know, try and make a video every week or two. Didn't really happen, but I kind of kept up with it. And it's been really cool for me to like get back in sync with the downhill scene and have an idea of what's going on, whereas the past couple of years before I started TWID, I sort of fell out of like knowing what was going on. So it's been really like beneficial for me to like know what's going on because I'm having to go out and look for it. So yeah, I'm super stoked to see that a lot of people have been finding it helpful, and it's been getting people stoked, which is the whole goal, which has just been really cool. So TWID really was, I guess it was a pretty good idea because it seemed to have worked pretty well. And then on the review front, some of the reviews started getting a bit of traction, which was cool. And I actually had a couple of companies reach out to me for doing a review on their product. Predator Helmets, I reached out to them, and they were happy enough to send me a helmet for free, which was crazy, you know, like 16-year-old Aiden was probably just like, yeah. But yeah, but I had the Predator helmet. Evan from Valkyrie was keen to help me out on a set of trucks, which was cool, and I already loved Valkyries. And 88 Wheel Co reached out to me, and they were keen to do the Vipers review, so that was just awesome. And then just a couple of weeks ago, we had Liam from Caliber Trucks reaching out to me for reviewing those trucks, which is just so cool. It's like something I never really thought would happen just from making reviews of gear I was already riding to then now actually being sent gear from companies to review, which is just so cool. I'm like very, very grateful and very thankful for that opportunity. It's been really awesome, and yeah, just super stoked in general about how last year went. Heading into next year, sort of my goals and everything, I think part of this, like having the milestone of 1,000 subscribers and kind of clicking like, okay, people are actually like, there's people behind the screen right now actually watching me. It's kind of motivating to like put in a bit more effort. I feel like I could have done a lot more last year. Like I've got a list of all sorts of ideas for different things I want to review, just haven't done yet. Different fun like video ideas I could do. That was something I tried last year as well, was sort of like planned videos, like the coring wheels video. It's not a review, it was just like a fun video idea I had, and that was really cool as well. So like those kind of things, I have got a list of ideas that I could be doing. TWID, it's cool, it's in the name, it's This Week in Downhill, but it hasn't been every week, so this year I'm going to try and actually maintain weekly. So I guess sort of like a little bit of a sneak into what's going on. I want to do some more of like the terminology videos that I did early last year. I have a few ideas for skate related videos, so like not actively skating, but just like skate adjacent dialogue videos, which will be kind of cool to try out. I got a bunch of ideas for reviews. I have gear that I own that I haven't done reviews for yet that I need to do. And I'm sure there'll be gear coming out in the spring, getting into the summer. New gear, there's always new gear to try, so that'll be cool as well. This year I'd like to host an event. I have like in the past hosted 1 or 2 small events, and I'd like to try and do that here in the Northeast where I live now. You know, I've been in the skate scene, I guess, in New England, the Northeast, for a couple of years now. I've gotten to know everyone really well, and that's just one of my goals, is to host like an actual, some kind of small event, probably like an outlaw or a slide jam or something like that. because down the line I'd really like to get into actually hosting real events. The problem is I live on the southeast coast of Massachusetts and it's completely flat and I don't have any hills here or any other skaters that are that close. But that's a side note. Something else that I want to try and do this year is just have a higher quality skate footage. So the moment I film everything on this GoPro, I film it for my Twid sitting in here in the office for the reviews. I film it for follow filming. I use it for out on the road, you know, corner shots. I film everything on the GoPro. So I like to get a better camera and try and just put a little bit more effort into higher quality filming, but also higher quality of skating. So not sort of just throwing together edits that I film on my GoPro, because that's what I have. Like being a bit more intentional about what I'm filming, where I'm filming it, who I'm filming. I'm lucky enough to be friends with some guys that are just incredible skaters, far better than I am. And I'm like, well, why not film these guys and try and put together video parts and just be a bit more intentional about the actual skate filming that I do. So that's one of my goals for this year as well. I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I have put together a website for Chemtrail Skate. At the moment, there's not really much on there. There's the shirts that are available, which I'll talk about in a minute, and I just sort of have like the latest 3 videos and a couple of different pages and stuff. And I've got a few ideas of things that I could start doing on the website, like especially related to Twid, which I don't want to say too much because I don't actually have any plans to do anything yet, but I have ideas and I'm looking forward to pursuing those ideas and seeing if anything will come from them this year. But yeah, it'd be cool. If you want, you can check out the website, let me know what you think about the styling of it and whatever. It's just a very simple, basic website I sort of threw together. And yeah, I'm looking forward to see what I can sort of come up with and do this year if my motivation sustains. I guess it's also worth mentioning, pretty exciting news. My wife is actually pregnant and our baby is due in May. But what this means for me is I'm probably not going to be traveling outside of the Northeast too much this year. I am going to be going to the Pirate Downhill event in Puerto Rico next month, which is super exciting. Hope to see you there. But as for like, you know, the rest of the spring into the summer, I'm going to be home. It's going to be pretty big for me. I don't really think it's going to stop me from skating. It's not going to stop me from doing the odd weekend trip and seeing, you know, the New England skaters and stuff. It's just going to stop me from going further out like I have been the last couple of years. So you're not going to see me at, you know, Dirt Farm or Reddish Knob or, you know, those kind of events down the East Coast. Yeah, just throw it out there, worth mentioning. But I'm going to Puerto Rico and I'm hoping to get to GRC later in the year. We'll see. GRC is too good to skip, you know, like that's the best event, but we'll see about that. But yeah, I still plan on skating a bunch, still plan on making just as many, if not more videos. I'm just going to be more based around New England. All right, if you're still watching, I mean, firstly, this whole video was for you. If you're going to sit there and listen to some random guy on the internet talk, you probably have some form of interest in them. So thank you, I appreciate you even more. But yeah, this is something I feel a little weird about, but I think it's kind of a good idea, is selling shirts. I have sold some shirts this year. You may remember I put some up for sale earlier in the year, but I have them and I was selling them at events and when I see people. It wasn't something I was pushing too hard. It wasn't, you know, but I just like the idea of if there are people who are enjoying the content I'm making, then there's some way to help support it. I don't want to just like ask for money. I don't want to set up a Patreon or anything like that. It's not the direction that I want to go. I like the idea of having some kind of exchange. And so the shirts are a really easy and cool way to do that. It's my logo, it's unique, it's you know, something that you're not really going to see around, and it's directly related to me. And it helps me, you know, buy gear to review. Everything I've done, aside from the Pred helmet, and the Caliber trucks, the 88 wheels, and 25% of the Valkyries, I've paid for. You know, the GoPro, everything I go and do, it's just me doing it. And so having some way to help support that would really mean a lot to me. It'd make things a little bit easier for me. It's just going to make it more accessible for me to also buy gear to review that I otherwise wouldn't. Like I kind of mentioned earlier, I was pretty much just reviewing, and still really have only been reviewing gear that I was buying anyway. Something that I was interested in, wanted to try, that I would probably buy regardless of any kind of YouTube channel or videos or anything. I would be buying it anyway, so then I would skate it. Having a little bit of extra money coming from shirts and things would really help to buy gear to review that I otherwise wouldn't ride. You know, and I have no expectation of any companies to send me free gear at any point. And so, as cool as that is, it also would help to have people watching the videos if you want something reviewed. I get comments all the time, I get messages all the time saying, hey, can you review this? Are you gonna review that? And it's like, I mean, I wasn't gonna buy it, so I'm like, I can't really review it. And this would be something cool to help with that. And there's probably ways I can like put up polls, or you know, maybe set up an email list or something on the website I could do for if you're someone who has bought something, you could put in the notes, hey, maybe consider reviewing this thing. I'd like to know more about that. There are options for things like that too. Again, I just feel super awkward about it, but it really would mean a lot. And if no one buys the shirts, no one buys the shirts. It's not a big deal. But I thought I would put it out there. The website's there, the shirts are there, and yeah, it would mean a lot. And if you're watching the video, you're probably the kind of person that would consider it. I'm not going to push it a lot, and you know, going forward, it's always going to be there for now. But I'm not going to be too pushy about it. Again, I feel really weird doing it, but yeah. I don't really know how to end this video other than just saying thanks. If you are still watching at this point, you probably watch most of my videos, and that really means a lot to me. You're probably already subscribed. If you're not, consider it. And yeah, just really looking forward to this year, seeing where things go with the channel, seeing the adventures I get to go on, see where skateboarding takes me, just seeing what happens with skateboarding in general this year. I'm excited, I'm hyped. I can't wait to get out to Puerto Rico and see a bunch of people, and yeah, go skateboarding.